Welcome to my X journey, and it's Mrs. White again. And if you've been following me on my Instagram, you know I am currently in Melbourne, Australia. And recently, I put it up on my story saying, take a guess if I was able to score something at Melbourne Hermès, which I did. So today I am going to share some stories, and obviously I'm going to do some unboxing because I got one big item plus a small items. And meanwhile, you guys can guess what it is. Okay, I think I'm pretty excited and kind of unexpected and expected. It's a pretty interesting story, but before I do the unboxing, I'll give you a little story beforehand. So basically, the day that we landed in Melbourne, we checked in at our hotel at the Ritz. It was pretty great. We're just settling down, booked my spa for 2 days after, and then we're like, you know what, there is an Hermès store nearby, so might as well just go and see, right? Like, we weren't really expecting to score anything. We just wanted to see like the boutique, like what's the difference, like how the displays, like what they have, kind of things. Like, we weren't really going to like buy anything. That wasn't really in the mindset. And one best thing about Melbourne is that I realized where we are, we can take the tram for free. Like, we didn't need to pay for transportation. We just need to like take the tram and then walk a few blocks, and you know, then it's there. So might as well, right? It's very convenient. But the first thing we went wasn't at Hermès. The first boutique that we went to was Rolex, obviously, because we saw there was a line at the Hermès store, and we were like, you know what, like, let's just go to Rolex. There's no line. We were the first one, but we had to wait a little bit. But anyways, we were talking to the Rolex SA, and then, you know, as we were chatting, he saw, you know, I have the Birkin with me, and he was like, well, you know, like, there's nothing we can offer you at Rolex, but you can definitely try Hermès right across the street. And we're like, what? They just reopened last week. And I'm like, oh, okay. But still, we were like, what is that supposed to mean, right? They're reopened, newly renovated, okay. So we're like, okay, let's just go and, you know, stay in the line. And I was like, why is it taking so long? Because it took me at least 30 to 45 minutes to go into the stores. So as we were waiting in line, you know how the door is clear, it's transparent, so you can see through the door. And then somebody was opening up a bag, basically getting an offer. And then I was like, oh, okay, that is the items getting offered. Well, I'll tell you more what that item is. But anyway, so as I walked in, I was like, oh, just like looking at, you know, all the displays, very beautiful. The SA was like, oh, you guys can take a look around and then I'll be right back. Sure. So then we immediately went upstairs, actually. And as we were looking around, I saw this beautiful, beautiful Shadow Birkin 25 in my favorite color, the blue glacier. And I am inserting a photo down here. I was like, immediately fell in love and all. And my SA just came, and I said to him, I know it's a display, but can I take a look at it? You know, can I hold it? And then he's like, yeah, of course, absolutely. So he just opened it and just let me hold it. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is like amazing. But I know I couldn't purchase, like, I didn't even ask about purchasing. It's obviously for a new store display. I mean, I'm sure eventually they will sell it, but not for a tourist like me, okay? Like, so there are times that, you know, like, you know where you stand, you know, like, therefore, I'm only asking things that is not a Coda bag. I mean, I technically can get a Coda bag from my SA anyway, so I'm just asking for things that if they have it, sure, I'll buy it, okay? But if they don't have it, I know I can still ask my SA for it. But anyway, this item is a little bit unexpected. It's not really on my list per se, but let me open it and I will show you what I mean. Good. Okay. So let me just open it. And I can tell you, like, this time around, I think it's really because it's a grand opening, like a reopening. So like every time a store like that, they tend to have a lot more stock than usual. But I cannot say like it's 100% you would definitely be able to score something. No, like it's not like that. But it seems to be a little easier to ask about stuff. So let's see if any one of you guessed it right. The only hint is I never said in my channel or my Instagram saying I want this particular bag. Definitely it's a particular style that I want, the size that I want, but not the exact version of it. So there's a bubble wrap. Let's just take this out before I pull out the bag. Because it's easier to hold. So yes, I got this Picotin 18. I guess you can call it cargo or you can call it pocket Picotin 18 because there's pocket. It's not like the cargo Birkin where it has a lot of pocket, but this is quite different. The essay did mention this is more like a military inspired vibe. And I was worried about, you know, having a canvas bag. A canvas is never really in my list. Like it's never in my wish list. But the reason why I say it's okay, or like the essay, how he said it, it's like because this is dark, it's actually easier to take care of. You can just use the linen to, you know, get rid of the dust. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can try as at least I was like, well, if that's the only canvas that they have, as long as it's not bright color, because he did ask me like what color you don't want. I'm like, no bright, like neutral. When it comes to this, I think this would be a good experience to try how the Hermès canvas, you know, go. The best thing about this is also with gold hardware. I guess very different. You guys know I already have a Birkin in black with palladium hardware, and having another black bag but with gold, I think it's pretty nice. So I'm gonna show you guys more what's inside. There is a lock. Oh, it's very nice gold lock. Okay, and obviously there's key. Okay, so another thing that is special about this bag is there is a D-ring over here. The regular Picotin 18 or 22 in the leather version, it does not have a D-ring. Okay, so this is quite special. Okay, and that's just the bottom. And another thing to point out is, because you do see some component that it's made by leather, and this is Swift leather. When it's in black, I think I feel more comfortable. And one of the reasons why I decided to accept this because I don't have anything like this. Okay, all of my Hermès bags, they're all made by leather. No exotic for now. Canvas wasn't in my wish list, but this bag looks very casual, like it's also very small. So I feel like it's okay to try it on the canvas leather. And the cargo, as we all know, it is a special piece. You know, like you don't see everywhere. You don't often get offered everywhere. I assume they have many of these in stock because as I was lining it up, what I saw was this in different color. It was in like a sesame or biscuit color. And then as I was about to cash out, I saw another one exactly like this. So then I feel like maybe because they have too many of these at the moment, and then that's why it wasn't even on display. Like if people ask for Picotin 18, like I think this will be the bag they will bring it out. I don't know what else colors they have because I was just being asked like what color you don't want, what type of colors you don't like. And I did ask about another items, a constant to go, which I've been looking for a long time, but I didn't take it because they only have like exotic leather. Yeah, we also asked for the garden party as well, the garden party 30, but they only have the gigantic one, which is a garden party 49 in stock. My essay basically just like look at the phone, like to look at the style and tell me like, no, they don't have. Like, I'm like, wow, that's just very interesting. But I think it's just because they have too many in stock and they have to get rid of the stock, because as we all know, like when each boutique, when they receive items or receive bag items specifically, they have a specific timeline that they need to let go, like they need to sell it, right? But as a grand opening, obviously I guess it's different, right? They will have more items, more specialty items. But anyways, let me just tell you the price in Australian dollars, because that's how I paid. It's $6,560, which about like 4,329 US dollars. And guess what? I just learned that I can get 10% tax refund. So I guess, we don't have to always aim for Europe. If you are going to travel to Australia and you're able to get anything, you can always apply for a tax refund when you are leaving the country. So I think this is good news, right? So I'm going to show you guys another item that I got, and I think it's quite special. It's only available in store in Melbourne. It's not an ordinary item, okay? Basically, every store, when they have like a reopening or like a grand opening, like a new store, they always have something special made by Hermes. So they will always have two items, and one of them always going to be a 90s silk scarf. And this is just made different for Melbourne. Because as you know, we went to the Madison grand opening, the reopen. And at that event, they actually sells, another 90 silk scarf, obviously. But the other item that is specialty for Madison was the watch. Okay, but we didn't get the watch because we didn't want it. But anyways, this I think is pretty special, and it actually indicate Hermès Melbourne. I think it's very special. So this one is a dolphin. Obviously, it's a bag charm, but I think it's quite special. It's like especially at the back they indicate Hermès Melbourne. So it's always going to be a memory for my first time in Melbourne. I mean, I've been to Australia before. I've been to Sydney. I've been to other cities, but not Melbourne. And then this time around makes it really special, right? Like I got the bag, and then I got something that's indicate, I've been to Melbourne. So this dolphin, I can tell you the color. This is in grit pale. And then on the other side, it's one of my favorite color, the blue broom. So this piece is 920 Australian dollars. Obviously, I'm gonna get my 10% tax refund, which is awesome. So in conversion, it will be about like $607 in US. So we estimated our tax refund is probably about 680 Australian dollars, which means I'm saving about 448 US dollars. So I think it's a pretty good deal, to be honest. I'm actually not sure like what the price is in the US for the cargo Picotin 18. So if any one of you have one, like own one in the US, like please just comment below and let me know, or just DM me on Instagram. I think I saw somewhere that said it's 4,500 US dollars, but I'm not 100% sure. So if any one of you got scored this in the US, just let me know. It is good to know that I was able to save something in Australia. But there's another thing I wanted to tell you guys, which I also told Mr. Y. I'm like, yeah, like trust a woman's sixth sense, because as I was waiting in line, there are a few times that Mr. Y said, well, it's been so long, like been lining up so long, like maybe we should just go if you don't think you're gonna score anything. And I was like, well, yeah, you're right. Like normally I would just leave, but for some reason I have a gut feeling that I am going to get something today. And I did. Yay. So then now Mr. Y is like, yeah, I'm scared of your sixth sense now. But anyways, I hope the sixth sense will go to Mr. Y so one day he can get another watch. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's videos, and if you do, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, and if you have not yet subscribed to my channels, please consider to subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!